morning. First tonight, Baton Rouge police searching for this man, 20-year-old Terrion Thomas, in connection with the death of William Nicholas Abraham. We showed you these images last night after Tangipahoa deputies released photos of what they described as a person of interest in this case. Abraham's body was found wrapped in a tarp on the side of U.S. Highway 51 in Mr. Prada. Thomas is wanted for unauthorized use of motor vehicle, aggravated criminal damage to property, and resisting an officer.
Damn.
News 2's Alexis Mary takes us back.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Polo. I'm back with another video. You could tell by the name of the title what I'm reacting to, but this, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you know that kid, bro, you know that kid, bro. You feel me? He got a lot of subs on YouTube. I mean, on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But I've been seeing Cub been all over the. I used to see him on my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And then I start seeing everybody's like, "Yo, what happened? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?" Blah 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 blah. So yeah, so we're gonna tune in to see what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? What everybody's talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you are new to the channel, this is what we're doing. Like videos like this, reaction, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just vibing, bro. If you have any video that you want me to react to, just comment down below. Discord account will be coming soon. If you guys are interested in that, that would be coming soon. But if you guys like these type of videos, man, comment down below more of those type of videos if you guys want. So make sure you guys tap in, man. Tap in. You feel me? Let's get the reaction booming. You know what I mean?
Nobody wins when the family feels. I don't wanna
The ad blocker be
be with you.
What's wrong with him?
Wanna be with you. The video is that I just need to eat. The only thing that makes me gain weight, surprisingly, is McDonald's.
Alright, first of all, McDonald's is not the right way to go. Hell no. Fuck no. He tweaking.
But I don't know, like, it makes me gain a certain type of weight, but it also makes me stay skinny. But if I eat, like, other food, then I'm gonna just throw it up. Sometimes I just be talking to myself and then I zone out. I don't know, my therapist said that's not healthy.
A Baton Rouge therapist is under investigation after a woman reported that he allegedly touched her grandson inappropriately.
Police searching for this man, 20-year-old Terrion Thomas, in connection with the death of William Nicholas Abraham.
Oh, we got a raw joint, y'all, boy. We got a raw joint. You mean when I mean a joint? I got me a joint.
We showed you these images last night after Tangipahoa deputies released photos.
That's the photos I was seeing on TikTok, bro. All over the TikTok, bro. That's those. Everybody like, yo, what happened to him? So, no, we're gonna tap in, bro.
They described as a person of interest in this case.
2 + 2 = 4. Fam, growing up, my mother once told me, and she would always tell me, rather, somebody tell me you did something once, they might be lying. Somebody tell me you did something twice, I'm gonna start looking at you. Somebody tell me you did something 3 times, you need to look yourself in the mirror, because 9 times out of 10 it's true. Now, if I told you a man who was a therapist, a priest, was arrested once before, which we'll later discuss, putting his hands on a young boy that made him so disgusted that he went home and told his grandmother and didn't want to have any more sessions with this therapist, and I tell you, hey, almost 10 years later, this therapist was found deceased by a viral TikToker who some say shows signs in his latest work that he needed some type of help, which we'll later go over. But also, you can tell this was a young man who in some people's eyes could feel like they can roll over, get away with. But this where we at in 2024. The man or woman that your doctor is sending you to seek some form of help mentally could be the same person who push you deeper in that dark hole by taking advantage of you. And in this case, it seems.
What is he trying to say right now, bro? Like, I understand what he's saying, but what is he trying to say for real, cuz? Oh, fuck.
Like this young man who we'll later discuss, who could be another victim, now has made himself suspect number 1 in the demise of his therapist. Today we go over who this viral TikToker is. We talk about his past, what he was doing now, and we also go over this therapist. talk about his past and what led up to him losing his life, according to what's public. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no anger. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, meet Terrion Thomas, just 20 years old. He also go by the name of Mr. Prada on his social media.
That's his name, Mr. Prada. Nigga, shit, that's a lot of numbers.
He's a viral sensation on TikTok. In 2 accounts, he have over 8 million followers.
Damn.
With over 500 million likes. Wow! 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 Now, as we really pay close attention to some of his latest work, you could tell he could be suffering from depression. And of course, you guys know the D word I'm talking about, but for YouTube guidelines, I'm gonna say pressure. Now,
Pressure,
on his last
yeah.
TikTok, it seemed he made one that states he's getting ready for his mugshot because he feel this year somebody gonna play with him. But this a man who, with over 30,000 subscribers on YouTube for just 2 videos, having more comments than likes, him just eating food, going into emo mode, and even mentioning his therapist in his first video less than 2 weeks ago. Now, Mr. Prada live in Louisiana, but it seems his therapist is a guy named Mr. Abraham, a man who make daily appearances on the news, a once priest, but also had a segment in 2015 from him getting arrested after a young kid grandmother had went to authorities claiming Mr. Abraham had inappropriately touched her grandson. At that point in 2015, Mr. Abraham was 60 years old. According to the probable cause, detectives were contacted by a woman on February 16, 2015, who reported her 11-year-old grandson had been touched on his private by his therapist. The alleged incident happened on February the 3rd, 2015. The report stated that the woman said the boy was visibly upset when he got back in the car and told her he did not want to see that man again. It also stated the grandmother got him a new therapist 3 days later.
A Baton Rouge therapist is under investigation after a woman reported that he allegedly touched her grandson inappropriately. She says it happened back in February. According to police reports, the boy was so upset after the session, he said he never wanted to see the therapist, 60-year-old William Abraham, again. Authorities say the boy allegedly told his new therapist about the accusations. Abraham was arrested and charged with violation of a juvenile. His bond is set at $25,000.
Now, fam, I wanted to cover that because that's important. We all know 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
And of course, we all may go through some things. But we know, unfortunately, if certain things go down, we might flash out and do the unthinkable. Fondling with somebody can be one of them. And even if a person got some type of mental problem, they really might flash out because they might not can control it. And then it's coming from the person who allegedly Mr. Prada went to seek help. Or was it something else? Fast forward 9 years later, 2024, Mr. Abraham found himself deceased after allegedly about to do a therapy session, which he don't mention to his roommate, but only mentions he's going by the office. Quickly, the 69-year-old found himself wrapped in a tarp and dumped on the side of a highway. Police had posted the CCTV images
What?
of a person of interest, who the internet quickly identified as the 20-year-old TikToker. But then hours of police sharing photos of the unarmed person of interest, Thomas' TikTok videos were flooded with fans questioning whether he was on the run. Fans said they noticed a change in his content Mr. Prada delivered and his appearance in recent months. Back in April, he debuted a new look, shaving off his eyebrows as well as long dreadlocks he was previously known for. In the video showing the moments he shaved his head, Thomas kept repeating, "The hair got to go," before telling the camera, "I ain't had a bald head in so long." Quote, "Life is a mess," end quote. He said in the video dated August 16, 2024, quote, "My life is hell. My life is a prison. Get me the F out," end quote. But for almost a day, Thomas would be found on a run. Police alleged Mr. Thomas was the last known person inside his car. And once again, why was they in his car, having failed to respond to a traffic stop the day after Abraham's death?
So what I'm getting from this, a few years later, or a couple years later, he ended up linking up with him and shit. And that's when I don't know. Let me see.
Demise. After avoiding a traffic stop, the driver sped away, crashed the car, ultimately fled on foot, and then once again, getting away. According to the arrest warrant, Thomas was identified out of a 6-person lineup by the officer involved in the traffic stop.
Good evening. First tonight, Baton Rouge police searching for this man, 20-year-old Terrion Thomas, in connection with the death of William Nicholas Abraham. We showed you these images last night after Tangipahoa deputies released photos of what they described as a person of interest in this case. Abraham's body was found wrapped in a tarp on the side of U.S. Highway 51 in Tangipahoa Parish Sunday morning. And then Monday, Baton Rouge police spotted Abraham's car, which they say Thomas was driving on North Sherwood Boulevard. Officers tried to stop the car, but the driver backed into the police car, ditched the Lincoln, and ran away.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm the first YouTuber I ever did this. I'm reacting eating instead of other other people that do reaction, they be doing a little, you know what I'm saying, they be sparking up. Boy, I'm doing both of them. Spark up, got a joint and a plate. You know that much cheese gonna hit. You gonna be in that motherfucker like, I'm hungry as hell, boy. Hell nah, not today. I'm being that motherfucker. I'm full as hell, boy. All right, let's get it.
We first told you about our app this afternoon that an arrest warrant had been issued for Thomas, known to more than 4 million of his TikTok followers as Mr. Prada. Thomas is wanted for unauthorized use of motor vehicle, aggravated criminal damage to property, and resisting an officer.
Yeah.
News 2's Alexis Mary takes us back through the timeline of what has unfolded.
Sylvia, this afternoon, WBRZ went to the clerk of court's office for the arrest warrant issued today for Terrion Ishmael Thomas, a social media influencer. The alerts started coming in on Sunday. The Tangipahoa Sheriff's Department found a man wrapped in a tarp on Highway 51. Then Monday, deputies released his identity. It was 69-year-old William Nicholas Abraham, a therapist in Baton Rouge.
I was visiting with a friend, and my sister called me and said that it was imperative that I call her back, and so I did. And I was pretty much, I guess, in shock.
Family shared with WBRZ what they know about Abraham's last known hours.
We got, the call just from a passerby Sunday morning, and that was the first time that our deceased hit our radar.
Yeah.
Abraham's roommate says he left home on Saturday, saying he was going to get his car cleaned and would stop by his office to do paperwork. He told his roommate it would take a couple of hours, but he never came home.
We got, the call just from a passerby Sunday morning, and that was the first time that our deceased hit our radar.
Hours later, deputies shared a blurry security image of a man they say was the last known person to have been seen driving Abraham's car. Overnight, that news and a wave of theories spread on social media. Comments identified this picture as Terrion Thomas or Mr. Prada.
Hold on.
Tuesday afternoon, the warrant was issued for Thomas in the Sherwood Forest traffic stop. WBRZ was the first to share the details.
What's the reason, though? What's the real what was the reason? Like, I don't want to say, you know what I mean? But, what was the reason he did that, though?
The warrant doesn't identify Thomas as a suspect in Abraham's killing. That investigation is being handled by the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office. And the family shared with us that Abraham's funeral is set for Monday in Clarksdale, Mississippi. The family is planning a memorial in Baton Rouge at a later date. Sylvia?
But then the following day, an analyst for Fox NOLA had reported via X. Police say viral TikToker Mr. Prada, a.k.a. Terrion Thomas, was arrested in Dallas, Texas on Tuesday afternoon in connection to the murder investigation of well-known Baton Rouge therapist Dr. Nick Abraham. But it's important to say this, fam. He's not charged with M1, at least yet. Now, Thomas will face a judge in Dallas to determine whether he is extradited to Louisiana to face charges of aggravated criminal damage to property, resisting an officer, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle.
Mr. Prada, aka 20-year-old Terrion Thomas, was just arrested in connection to the murder of a well-known Baton Rouge, Louisiana therapist, Dr. Nick Abraham. 69-year-old Abraham's body was found wrapped in a tarp and dumped along Highway 51 in a ditch near the village of Tangipahoa. The coroner says he died from blunt force trauma to the head, neck, and shoulders. Sheriff Gerald Stricker says it was a, quote, very physical, very violent death. Now, across 2 accounts on TikTok, Terrion Thomas has more than 8 million followers and more than 550 million likes. A warrant for his arrest did not include any charges related to the murder, but court documents say Thomas was driving Abraham's car in Baton Rouge when a cop pulled him over. He then allegedly crashed into the cop car and drove off. An officer later picked him out of a photo lineup. Police say Terrion Thomas was arrested Tuesday afternoon in Dallas, Texas. Stay tuned to Fox 8 in New Orleans as this breaking news story develops throughout the week.
Fam, this is a very unfortunate situation. But you know we're going to do our homework. And I'm down to know how y'all feel about this one. At least was public, according to the fact. Yeah, we got a man who clearly was going through some things at the age of 20. I'm sure we all went through some things. And here it is. He allegedly threw his life away for taking a life of his therapist. Why? Was the signs clearly in front of us, and one person flashed out because he's clearly going through some things. On top of that, it's a lot of unanswered questions. As more develop, I keep you guys updated. But let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget.
My question is, bro, like, I ain't got no question, bro. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this for real. Like, that's crazy. Mr. Prada. Yeah. See you guys in the next episode of TTL React.